y'all doing. We have to recenter, making positive moves. Just empower our community, y'all.
A grown adult, I understand my priorities and responsibilities and the things that I must do to grow in this community. My young adults understand 360 degrees of their protocols and what's important for them to do to be better people in the community. And when we deal with our kids understand 360 degrees of what their priorities and responsibilities are as a child. So if you take me, a young adult, and a child and put us in one room with the problems that we have in our broken community, we have solutions on all levels, and we can help people better understand 1,080 degrees of what our opportunities are and the things that we do need to make sure that we can flourish. I Surrender 1080 is that, for one, the concept came with the violence that we see happening around in our community and communities everywhere, really, when it comes down to it. And so I bring the fashions of, it started with a flag. So it's a white flag that says, I surrender, because the white flag represents a sense of surrender. And so we're to the point to where now that we have to find things that we're willing to surrender to in order to grow better and become better people, right? So I surrender to love, for one. I surrender to productive and positivity. I surrender to my abilities. I surrender to productive opportunities. I surrender to the growth in the community. I surrender to being more beneficial for the community versus being a negative. And so what we're trying to get people to be on the same page with is that there's a lot of things that we should surrender to that we don't. There's a lot of things that we should make different in our life, but we don't find nothing worth sacrificing to make us better people. And so when we look at the concept of 1080, and so when I say I surrender 1080, is that from an adult perspective, I surrender to the most productive and beneficial things to me. As a young adult, they surrender to the productive and beneficial things to them. And when we tap into our 9, 10, 11, and 12-year-olds, we get them to surrender to their greater abilities as kids to be able to do the greatest things that they can potentially have going for themselves and for their communities, and more so for themselves. So with I Surrender 1080, we hope that people would take the consideration and say that they want to surrender to something greater than them currently, and encourage them to do so. And as we distribute and sell the cause as an incentive, all proceeds go to better camera equipment, better video equipment, better opportunities to interview young adults, edit the footage and the content of what we need to edit for them. It goes to duplications of books, to barcode, shrink wrap, press, publish, edit. So those are the things that the cause of the finances go to. So that's what we're about, man. So I hope that people that are watching, I hope that there's something in you that you can find to surrender. And I also hope that you can surrender to your differences to be a part of the cause. That's me, that's my spiel. My name is Brett Brown. I am the Executive Director of Young Businessmen and Women. We are here currently at the Reach Center. Just finished something good, and so we've all surrendered to our greatness to do more productive and better things in our community.
YBMW, I Surrender 1080. Come on. White flags up.